The best tablet for your needs can be tricky to find, whether you're looking to outfit the kids with cheap, durable tablets for school or just need a beautiful second screen to keep near the couch. To help you decide which tablet is right for you, I have tested the top devices in our lab and in the real world. To see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these tablets, you can check out the links in the description below. Hitting it off in the first place as the best choice for the students going back to school, we have the Microsoft Surface Go. Back to school season is in full swing, and that means parents and students will be searching for mobile computing devices capable enough to tackle most common educational workloads. The Microsoft Surface Go knocks it out of the park completely, and in the race for the ultimate small tablet, it's poised for a win. The Surface Go with its Intel Pentium Gold processor can handle basic browser-based workloads like word processing and content management, as well as the suite of Office 365 apps, with ease obviously. With 8GB of RAM and the higher-end model, you could even run several tabs worth of projects and websites and media players. However, don't expect this processor to handle high-resolution image or video editing and rendering in the same way that a proper laptop does. That's not this tablet's forte. At first glance, the 1.15-pound Surface Go appears simply to be the Surface Pro shrunken down by 2.3 inches on the diagonal, and that's largely true. Excellent kickstand and all. However, Microsoft clearly put some design effort into this version, opening it up to a larger audience. Specifically students, Microsoft promises up to 9 hours of continuous use from the Surface Go, which is pretty good considering this is a very powerful tablet. Moving on to the second one, we introduce you Apple lovers the 2020 Apple iPad 10.2. The new iPad 2020 is Apple's best version of its entry-level iPad yet. And even though it hasn't changed much from the previous year's iPad 2019, it plays an important role as the iPad Air has gotten more expensive. To that point, it's the easiest iPad for me to recommend to the average person. The iPad 10.2 has an upgraded chipset compared to the last two iPad models with Apple's A12 Bionic processor. It's not Apple's latest, having first debuted in the iPhone XS and iPhone XR smartphone, but a solid replacement for the last-gen iPad's A10 Fusion chipset. That said, I found the new iPad to be quick enough for everything I needed it to do. Apps loaded quickly and I didn't experience any slowdown during my time with the tablet. If you're looking to multitask, something iPad OS now allows you to do. You may find your iPad will slowly down a little, but this should still be capable of doing everything you want it to do. The tablet has 3GB RAM, which is more than enough of most of the day-to-day tasks. You've got the options of 32GB or 128 for storage sizes, and there's no micro SD support. The iPad isn't all that new in terms of design. In fact, it looks and feels almost exactly the same as the iPad from 2019. Although that's not a bad thing. The design is sold enough for the price point, even though it may feel a little dated when compared to Air and Pro iPads. The iPad 2020 has strong battery life, and it's likely you'll find that a relief as most want a tablet to be able to last for as long as possible between recharges. Each iPad generation has offered strong battery life. Worry not, I didn't forget you Android lovers. In the third place, we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7. Android fans finally have a true iPad competitor at a much more affordable price. I've been testing Samsung's Galaxy Tab A7 for the past few months and found that it is an excellent example of a cheap tablet. It's much more affordable than an entry-level iPad, but it works just as well for watching video and reading books and articles. The Tab A7 exceeds all of those metrics. The 10.4-inch 1080p screen is vibrant and colorful, and the quad speaker system sounds tremendous. It's surprisingly thin with a metal chassis that feels stiffer and nicer than the plastic-clad Amazon Fire tablets. And it's light enough so I can even hold it in one hand for reading. It even has a 3.5mm headphone jack for when you don't want to disturb anyone else while watching the 7th episode of your favorite series in a row. Where the Tab A7 comes short won't be a surprise, but none of its fault stops it from being a good entertainment device. Its low mid-range Qualcomm Snapdragon 662 processor and 3 GB of RAM make it far from the fastest or snappiest device around. But that doesn't matter when you're using the video or ebook app of your choice. There's only 32 GB of storage in the base model, but it supports micro SD card expansion, so it's easy to add more. Finally, Tab A7 lacks any sort of fingerprint scanner or biometrics login, but since I just use it at home and don't have any sensitive or work data on it, I'm fine with it. The battery easily goes for 10 hours or more of video. Moving on to the next option that won't take much from your wallet is the Amazon Fire HD 10 Plus. The best of the Amazon Fire tablet range, the Amazon Fire HD 10 Plus might not be the cheapest, but it offers a lot for the price tag. The Amazon Fire HD 10, which is made in 2021, like many Amazon devices, undercuts more expensive competitors in price while offering many of the same features. It's a shoe-in to make our list of the best cheap tablets. Yet like its predecessor, the Fire HD 10, which is made in 2019, it is low cost, coincides with plenty of compromises. Matched up against the alt model, the 11th generation Fire tablet has the same 1920 to 1200 display resolution but a higher brightness. Most importantly, Amazon gave its tablet a memory upgrade with 3 GB of RAM for the base version and 4 GB for the Amazon Fire HD 10 Plus model. I tested the 3 GB tablet and found that it performed perfectly well for the casual media apps, but does take a while to load even lightweight games like Subway Surfers. Gamers should also look elsewhere, at least until Amazon decides to add cloud gaming with Luna. Amazon Game Mod helps your games run smoothly, but Amazon's App Store doesn't have the breadth or quality of games available on Google's or Apple's app stores, and mobile quality games blown up on a large HD tablet tend to look somewhat pixelated. Fire tablet has the same 12-hour battery life which held up in my tests, the same OS based off of Android 9, now several years out of date. Next up we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, which is a high-end tablet. The Galaxy Tab S7 Plus represents the cream of Samsung's tablet crop and is the best Android tablet to date. This tablet is meant to entice mobile pros with its high refresh rate display, premium material and build quality, and powerful performance. Aesthetically, little separates this Galaxy Tab S7 Plus from other high-end slates like the iPad Pro. The chassis and back of the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus are constructed of aluminum and available in black, silver or bronze. It measures 11.25 by 7.3 by 0.2 inches height, width and depth, and weighs 1.3 pounds of course. The front is dominated by a 12.4-inch 2800 by 752 pixel Super AMOLED display with a 120 Hz variable refresh rate. Color accuracy is spot on with vivid colors and inky deep blacks. The screen is bright enough to use in direct sunlight without any problems. The powerful Snapdragon 865 chipset on the tablet combined with its 120 Hz display makes gaming an immersive and seamless experience. I tested the tablet with Asphalt 9 and PUBG Mobile and didn't encounter a single hiccup. Load times are lightning fast and the 120 Hz display means you'll never see any lag or dropped frames. A 13 megapixel primary lens with an f2.0 aperture and a 5 megapixel ultra wide lens with an f2.2 aperture comprise the Tab S7 Plus's rear camera module. There's an 8MP sensor on the front of the tablet with an f2.0 aperture. The Tab S7 comes as a regular Tab and the S7 Plus. In the end, whichever variant of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 you go for, you're going to get an absolute better of a tablet. Lastly, for those that want the absolute best tablet that excels in everything, we have the iPad Pro 12.9 of 2021. The iPad Pro 2021 in a 12.9-inch isn't for everyone. The biggest caveats are that it's incredibly expensive and that it's an overwhelmingly large device for those who don't need a screen this big. For those who can handle both the physical size and the price tag though, the iPad Pro 2021 is an outstanding offering that boasts next-gen power, a fantastic display experience, and a lot more. Battery life is a solid. In my testing, we found that the tablet will last for around 10 hours on a full charge. Your mileage will of course vary depending on what you're going, but this is a solid battery performance that no one should be disappointed by. The XDR display on the 12.9-inch and only the 12.9-inch iPad Pro is strikingly good. Instead of a handful of backlights like on most LCDs or self-illuminating pixels like on OLEDs, the screen has 10,000 tiny LED backlights divided into 2,500 local dimming zones. It makes images look richer and more real than they do on my 4K PC monitor. You likely won't appreciate having this much power on tap unless you're intensively gaming, using power-hungry apps, or pushing the tablet to its multitasking limits. But if you want the best of the best, definitely go with the iPad Pro. Alright guys, that's it from me on this episode. Thank you so much for watching by the end. If you found this video to be helpful at all, please drop a like, and if you need something to know more about these products I mentioned or you have any questions, please drop a comment down below on the comment sections, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.